Hi guys, this is Rex and welcome to Old Guys and New Guitars. Well, we went north out of Phoenix this morning. We took a little trip up to Cave Creek, Arizona, and right downtown in the strip where all the shops are located, we are at the Mountan Guitar Company. And this is a really wonderful shop. They've just gone through a fairly recent expansion of their store. And so I'm here with Ed. Ed is the owner of Mountain Guitars. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to find out a little bit about him and about his shop and some of the wonderful guitars that he has here. So I'll just start by, Ed, asking you, how did you start in this musical process? What took you down the road into eventually becoming a guitar shop owner?
It started many years ago. Obviously, I've always had a passion for guitar. I'm a guitar player for years. Probably about 3 years of doing business and such. About 11 years ago, I started a company called Mountan Guitar Products, making guitar electronics, solderless system that goes in a guitar. And during COVID, it just exploded.
Wow.
A lot of people sitting at home, updating their guitars. So I was talking to Paul Terschetta, who owned Cave Creek Guitar, which was in this location for many years, about maybe taking a little space in with them. We were going back and forth. Unfortunately, Paul got sick and passed. It was really sad. After that happened, we secured the space and continued his legacy of having a high-class, high-end guitar shop. Yeah, he was a fantastic guy, dearly missed, obviously. Yeah. And we're honored to carry on his legacy. And so we opened up June 29th, 21. We had 3 guitars on the wall.
In 1921.
In 21, yeah, in
Wow.
21. So basically 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
We have over 600 in stock now.
Wow.
And then we also have the Illuminator system, which is a patented system that I designed with the touch capacitor switch.
Oh, okay.
That's part of the electronics too.
Yeah. Wow. Very cool. So that brought you into putting a few guitars in the shop, seeing how that goes. And apparently that went okay because your timing, if you were doing that in 21, we were right in the middle of COVID and all of that.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, there was definitely, after people being stuck at home, there was definitely pent up demand to get out, get your hands on stuff. I think enough people had bought stuff online to realize that, sometimes buying certain things online, like a guitar, is not all cracked up, what it's cracked up to be. I mean, sometimes some guitars are very personal. They're especially acoustic guitars.
Yeah. But
you really need to put your hand on it. You need to hear it. You need to feel it. You need to know, because every guitar has a voice. This guitar, some people pick it up, say, yeah, the neck's not quite right, or I'm not really feeling it. Other people will pick it up and say, wow, this is the coolest guitar I've ever picked up.
Well, now that looks to me like it maybe is a custom shop.
This is a Fender custom shop piece. Yeah, it's got a pillow top, roasted maple neck. It's a beautiful piece. Yeah, the artesian custom shop piece. But yeah, so it's just like, every guitar has its own voice, and every guitar has its own player. And every guitar might have, one guitar player may have multiple guitars that really speak to them, and that's what we cater to, is a lot of collectors, a lot, as well as beginners, so those are I always tell people, buy the guitar you want to pick up and play.
Yeah.
Don't buy the guitar based on a dollar amount.
Yeah.
Especially if you have the means, because if you spend $200 on a cheap beginner guitar and it doesn't inspire you to play, you just wasted $200.
I think you're right. I think sometimes if you pick up a guitar and you feel it, regardless of price range, if it feels good and it sounds good to you and it motivates you to play, it is a good guitar.
That's what. Yeah.
And sometimes we get caught up in having to know the price before we want to even try something. And sometimes they can probably surprise you. Tell me about, just give people an idea of your overall lines that you carry and kind of the depth of those lines, because this is obviously kind of the top of the line of a Fender line.
Yeah, it's Fender custom shop.
How far down do you go into the Fender line?
We carry it top to bottom.
Do you really?
Custom shop all the way down to Squire.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, obviously, the Fender custom shop is probably more the premier side of it.
Okay.
The Squire side would be more minimal. We just don't have that customer. That's not our customer base.
Yeah.
Primarily. And so the Fender custom shop is more of our customer base. We do more of a $3,000 and up type clientele out here.
That's kind of your focus.
Yeah, that's our focus.
And is that because the population in the area, or are you drawing people from out of state to this location?
Both. Seen real estate statistics saying this was like one of the largest population of baby boomers in the United States.
Oh, wow.
So the amount of disposable income in this area between North Scottsdale, Desert Mountain, Carefree, Cave Creek, and North Phoenix is is one of the biggest. A lot of people who maybe played in high school, college, started their career, had a family, did their whole thing, and now they're on the other side of that, and they're like, what, I like to play again. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. Like when I taught guitar back in the late 80s, early 90s, my average student was like 12 years old. Okay, Chuck
Yeah.
Hall, who teaches guitar here, his average student is probably 65.
Wow.
It's a different it's a different demographic. And to
Blues
answer your
player.
question,
Yeah.
we have Fender, we have Gibson,
Okay.
we have Mountan. PRS is a big brand here as well.
Okay.
And then we also have brands like Strandberg, as well as, which is more of a modern
Headless.
the headless guitars. They're really nice. They have
Yeah.
a really nice ergonomic side to them. We also have Suhr guitars, which
Oh,
are
yeah.
really nice, beautiful build. And then I'm also looking at the next generation, my generation.
Yeah.
The Gen Xers who grew up in the 80s. We have Charvel Jackson, EVH, Gretsch, or we have Gretsch, but EVH, and Ibanez, and all the things that you turn up loud and you play fast, and you got the Floyd Roses. And
Today, I thought we would take an opportunity to have you just pull a couple of guitars off the wall, and we'll kind of take a sampling a little bit of what they sound. I've kind of brought a little setup. I'll see if I can capture sound. If we can, we'll put it in the video. But just a chance to kind of do a sampling of guitars that kind of motivate you to be in business.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
you really like. That
Well,
are the
it's
kinds
really
of things.
what motivates me to be in business is I have to say the guitar is secondary.
Yeah.
What's primary is my customer base, the community,
The relationship
the
you have with them.
relationships. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's one thing that was totally unexpected. I thought, yeah, I'd sell a couple guitars here and there, and then we started doing our Tuesday night thing to draw customers in, and that ended up being creating this whole community where we got people now that are networking. They're playing out at local restaurants and stuff around the community
great.
here, and they're it's just there's and friendships that I have now that will be lifelong for certain.
I'm guessing you start to know your customers so well that when a particular guitar comes in and they happen to stop in the shop, you're going to say, "Hey, you should check that out," because I know
it happened this weekend.
Did it?
Yeah. It happens every weekend. We get guitars in, and I'm like, okay, I know who to call on this one. And
Yeah.
because if it's a good customer who purchases a lot of guitars from me, when one comes in that I know that will fit them, I feel responsible to give them the first chance at it because they've been such a good loyal customer. That's my responsibility, And there's been a few times where something comes in and somebody's like, "Why didn't you tell me about that?" I'm sorry. It's like, and sometimes it's because I get it wrong. I was like, "Well, he's not going to be interested in that," and then all of a sudden they are. So yeah, it's. I always try to, my regular premier customers, I always give them first shot and send them pictures and stuff. I take care of the ones that take care of me.
Well, so why don't we'll take a minute here and hook up or maybe bring out a couple guitars. Okay. Hi, guys. We are back with Ed Heisler. He is the owner of Black Mountain Guitars. And he's going to share with us just a couple of guitars off the, what you said, almost 400 guitars on the wall.
Yeah, about
600 guitars on the wall. So we'll start with the one he has, which is kind of one that's it's endeared to me. My first nice electric guitar was a Fender 52 reissue that's about 25 years old now. And this looks like kind of the higher end version of that guitar.
But this guitar is pretty special. We get a lot of special guitars in here from collections and stuff. We've had 259 Les Pauls through here last year that we sold. Joe bought a mouse and picked up one. He actually bought a couple guitars from us.
Oh, nice.
And so we get guitars that are unique and you won't find anywhere else. I mean, how many shops actually get a 59 Les Paul? One.
Right.
But we had two. It was, we've had 59 Strats. We've had, a lot of good stuff in here. This one is really unique. This one is, you can see, has the cubic zirconians in the side of it. as the fret markers.
Oh my gosh.
Now, those who know what that means. This is a Danny Gatton model.
Ah.
But it's just not any Danny Gatton model. This is number 12. This was made by John Page in the Fender Custom Shop. John made 12 guitars for Danny back in the early 90s, and this is number 12. And he played this on his last CD called Big Mo.
Okay.
And you can tell he bent the switch tip over, as he always does. He changed the neural knobs to like older knobs. He swapped out the 250K for a 500K pot. These are all things that Danny did to his guitar.
Sure.
And this is we're honored to have this one here for sale in our shop and to offer it to the Danny Gatton fans. So it's really a really cool piece. Nice lightweight ash body, and we have all the provenance that goes along with it.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, just play just a couple more riffs on there if you would, and then we'll. And the guitar looks in immaculate shape.
Yeah, I mean, he just used it. He never gigged it. He just used it
just in the studio,
and then he gave them away to his relatives and stuff after that.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's great. Let's we'll grab another one.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, guys, another guitar. Wow.
Yeah, this one is a 1994 Gibson L5. This is the 100th anniversary model.
Oh, okay.
Which is very cool. So this was the 100th anniversary of Gibson, was 1994.
Uh-huh.
And it was also the 70th anniversary of the L5.
Oh, okay.
When Lloyd Loar created the L5 back in Kalamazoo in 1924. Sadly, Gibson missed the 100th anniversary in their bankruptcy, reformation and stuff. They haven't made a arch top, carved top guitar in a number of years. A little disappointing that they missed that, but happy to say I'm learning that they are going to bring back the carved tops again, including not just carved tops, but also like the 175, ES 175. So there's certain model jazz boxes they are going to bring back, which I'm excited to hear.
So how did you find this particular guitar?
This guitar has an incredible story. So the first time I saw this guitar was at Cave Creek Guitar.
Really?
Over 20 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I came into the shop one day and Paul was here and he opened up a case and I'm like, wow, what a beautiful guitar. And then the gentleman bought it. And then that gentleman came and traded it back in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, all these years later, huh?
Yeah, and I was so honored to have it. And actually a local a gentleman by the Victor Manelli, I hope I'm saying his last name correctly, but him and Paul actually went on the local morning show and Victor played this guitar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
so there's a video record out there.
Yeah, so it's a really cool piece, and it's an honor to have it back in our shop. And it's just, it's I love archtop guitars.
Yeah.
And this one is just, it's got a special meaning to the shop, and it's also just unique to this area too, because you could probably count on one hand the number of L5s probably in the state of Arizona.
Yeah.
But you go, it's not like you go back to Philadelphia or New York where you probably have a dozen on a block.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a different demographic out here. But to have an instrument, carved top instrument out here is just a beautiful thing, and I love them. And
well, let's hear just a little bit more of that, and then we'll. Oh man. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, very, very cool. Well, now that you've got a big body guitar out here, I know you're a Gretsch dealer also. So is there a Gretsch that we might be able to take a look at that kind of has Wow, really nice. So that is a center block guitar, isn't it?
This is a center. They call it
Yeah.
a Falcon Junior.
Nice.
It's got a beautiful quilted top. It's got the little rubies in the knobs. We love that. It's got the TV Jones Filtertrons, and then it's got the big Falcon headstock.
Oh, yeah.
This one's cool. It's got the upgraded locking tuners. Who doesn't love the thumbnail inlays on that Gretsch? It's just the best part of, just everything about it.
And that body size is really interesting, isn't it? You think of a lot of Gretches as having the big wide bodies and big bouts on them, but that is just kind of a cut down.
Just a beautiful quilted top, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's very comfortable to play. You're right, because the Gretches usually are just like, kind of like the L5 I just had.
Yeah.
So this one's a more comfortable, it's got the big headstock, so you got, all the flair of the, Gretsch.
Now, are these made here in the U.S. or in Japan?
This one's made in Japan. So Gretsch right now has 3 different lines. They have Streamliner, which is like your entry level, made in China. And then they have the Electromatic, which is your next step up. All excellent guitars. And those are also made in China. Sometimes they're made in Korea. And then from there, then they have the Japanese models, which is this one here, which are just spectacular. That Ebony fretboard's like flawless, beautiful mahogany. The quilted top is just stunning.
I'll try to get some close-ups of this guitar, guys, because it is really beautiful, the flame and all of that. So I'll see if I can take some close-ups when we're done and put it in with this video. But the other thing that's getting me is just the tone of those TV Jones pickups.
Oh,
it just sounds really great. Yeah. Wow, very cool.
They sound good, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. So and by carrying the full range of Gretches, you can really accommodate anybody. Somebody starting out in that Streamliner range can still get a well-made guitar.
Absolutely.
That doesn't break the bank on them.
I think Gretches are making the best instruments ever.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've owned vintage Gretches before.
Yeah,
I think all of us can agree. We picked up some, 60s and Gretches before. I think, oh boy, you shouldn't have. Even some of the ones from the 50s, they just, they were not the best quality built instruments in the day. Even though Chet Atkins, made them famous, and then Brian Setzer in the 80s when he hit the, they definitely have their own voice, and Ray Butts arguably created the first humbucker pickup, although technically Seth Lover I guess Ray got his in first, Seth Lover put his in after, but Seth Lover with Gibson got the first patent for the humbucker pickup.
Yeah, because before that, let's see, DeArmond made some of the early Gretsch pickups.
Yeah, but those were,
that would be early 50s, right?
Yeah, those were single coil.
Yeah, yeah.
So the first humbucker, it's debatable. Some people, say Ray got the patent in first, but Seth got the actual patent first. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we have time for just maybe 1 or 2 more, and whichever model lines you want. Okay, now we've got another one.
Yeah, this is the new Suhr Oso model. It's a beautiful guitar. It's got the Suhr 2-point trim, Suhr pickups. This is a short scale. Normally I do 25.5-inch scale.
Yeah.
This is 24 3/4 or 5/8. I can't remember, but it's 24.5, 24 5/8. They call it their short scale. Beautiful guitar, roasted maple neck, alder body, locking tuners. They even changed their logo a little bit for this one.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
And it's just a fantastic guitar, 5-way switch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I've really never played Suhr guitars before, but I've heard so many good things about them, and had a chance to go to NAMM last year and look at some of they really are.
They're very high quality.
Yeah.
They're very high quality guitars, very well made. John's been doing this for a long time. Stainless steel frets. These, the best quality woods. The
Nice.
bills. It's a really nice guitar. We have a PRS.
Yeah. Let's do a little comparison there. Okay. Well, now we got a Paul Reed Smith in front of us.
Yeah. So we are the largest Paul Reed Smith dealer in Arizona,
Oh, okay.
Nevada, New Mexico.
So that makes you a regional store that people do when they want to see a variety of Paul Reed Smiths.
We have over 140, 50 in stock.
Wow.
Yeah, and we have multiple. This is a private stock that we commissioned for them to build for us, and it's a custom 20. So actually a Modern Eagle 5.
Okay.
5-way switch. You got the little mini toggles for coil splitting. Beautiful quilted top, flame maple top with this blue color.
Oh man, and the inlays are just matching in there with it, and the headstock.
Turquoise with Cocapelli. The birds are done in turquoise, surrounded by copper. Is what we did.
So you did an Arizona.
Did an Arizona thing. Yeah,
very cool.
And then on the back,
oh man,
we kind of did the fade.
Yeah.
It's really just a fantastic guitar. It's got the matching back plates and.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah, so we have several private stocks in stock.
So
more on the way.
Do you do some custom orders for Paul Reed Smith?
Oh yeah.
And typically, what's the time frame that people are looking at when they're doing those?
It's a custom shop or a private stock rather. I could take up to 8 months to
8 months or so.
Yeah.
Wow. So this was ordered ahead of time.
This one we ordered in the summer of 24.
Wow.
Yeah, or actually it was like late spring of 24. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it in. Earlier this year.
Man, that is beautiful. Yeah, I will take some close-ups of this to get those inlays and that. Well, that's really good. If there's anything, you and I were talking earlier about the next generation of guitar players. Is there one last guitar that might be sort of looking toward that younger world or people coming from there?
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
There something else?
Grab one.
That might. Nice. So what are we looking at here?
So here we have the EVH model. So it's a custom shop piece.
Okay.
Candy apple red.
EVH model.
Which is Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
And so we got the inlays are really cool. The block inlays have the like the stripes.
Yeah.
Like kind of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Mahogany neck. Yeah, it's a very cool guitar. Mahogany body.
Pretty lightweight.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's got the D-tuna.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it seems like that's gives some options to some other players that aren't stuck in a Gibson Fender world.
Yeah. So yeah, Charvel, Jackson. It's really the two. We got what we call the shred shed, which is on your side here. Charvel, Jackson, EVH, Ibanez.
Yeah.
We call them the shredder guitars.
Yeah.
And it's the '80s guys that grew up. I mean, as a kid, I always wanted a Jackson. I always wanted a Charvel, but they were just out of reach financially for me. And we also have Kramer now. So it's fun, to be able to go back and now be able to afford those guitars that we could not. Many of us could not afford at the time.
Well, we'll wrap it up here, but we may make another trip back because I know we've got a whole acoustic room that we haven't even touched here today. But Ed, I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to showcase some of the guitars you have and tell us the story about what you're doing here and what you're what the customers like and look at, and it looks like they have a lot of choice when they come into a shop like this. So thank you guys for tuning into this show, and if you like what we're doing, I'm going to ask you to subscribe because we're slowly growing. I think the last time I looked, we were up around 15,000 range of views of these little videos that are coming out. So we're slowly growing our channel, and we're really just wanting to talk about things that we like, guitars, and that kind of stuff. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Please leave a comment below if you have a question that you want us to pass along to Ed. Put it down there in the comments. We'd be glad to pass it along. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Ed, for taking the time.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rex. Yep.
Okay.